Good evening, sir. Can I start the session?
Yes, sir, we can start now.
Sunil Garu, please, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir, good evening, sir. Dr. Maharasan.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
First of all, I would like to convey our thanks to you, sir, because even in the odd time, that is, it was already 5. So as you committed, you are here to share your knowledge to our participants, sir. So we, the people of Department of CSC, Sri Vishnu Engineering College for Women, we thank you for joining with us as a resource person to this faculty development program, sir. Sir, before entering into the session, let me take the privilege to introduce you, sir. It is my great honor to introduce Dr. Maharasan KS. Dr. Maharasan get his PhD in September 2019 from Anna University, Chennai. He did his Master of Computer Applications in 1999 from Nehru Memorial College, Tiruchinappalli. He has a hands-on experience in information system analysis, design implementation, and maintenance. As a part-time qualification in PG Diploma in a higher education IGNOU course completed. His areas of interest are software engineering, management information system, environment conservation. He has work experience of total 23 years. Out of these, 17 plus years in teaching, placement, coordination research, academic administration, e-governance, and 5 plus years in software administration, recruitment, and user training. Currently, he is working as Associate Professor in Computer Applications Department, KG College of Arts and Science, Coimbatore. He is teaching academic, administration, and mentoring, has 17 years of experience. He taught computer applications and information system related subjects in Karunya Deemed University, Tyagarajan School of Management, CMR IMS, Alliance Business Academy, Sri Saraswati Tyagaraja College, Alpha Arts and Science College. He has the responsibilities of ERP administration, ERP functional consulting, IT recruitment, help desk management. He worked for core team member, Center for E-Governance of Karunya Deemed University. He acted as a visiting faculty in DC School of Management, Kottayam, Kerala, Swiss Business School, Bangalore Center, AIMS PGDM at LIBA, Chennai. He freelancing IT consultant and content writer. Sir, really, we are happy and glad to have such an eminent personality as a resource person in this faculty development program, sir. Sir, now I request you to share your insights in addressing social problems using machine learning, sir. So now the platform is yours, sir.
First of all, I would like to thank the management of Sri Vishnu group of institutions for giving me an opportunity to be a resource person, and then to the convener of this session who invited me, and he said like, he gave me the freedom of choosing the topic, and also to the participants who are there even at 5 o'clock for this particular session. Right. And as introduced by the coordinator, basically I am a person with experience in the design, implementation, and maintenance of management information systems or ERP modules. And as far as machine learning is concerned, that is a new area which I am trying to explore. And what is what I am planning to present over here is just the thoughts I've got in my mind based on the experience what I have previously in terms of ERP administration and in terms of handling papers related to human rights for the computer applications students. We are trying to amalgamate both the things, like how the social needs can be met with the help of ICT. And that is what made me to choose this topic by name, addressing social problems using machine learning. So basically, I'm not a practitioner of machine learning. I'm a person who's into management information system administration or ERP administration. I hope my voice is clear.
Yes, sir, it is. It's clear, sir.
Thank you, sir. Right. So addressing social problems using machine learning is the topic given to me, and I'll try my level best to do justice for the topic that is given and the trust that is there with the team on my thoughts that I'm going to share. And basically, the session is divided into three parts, where in the introductory part, we'll have some discussion about why this, social problems are supposed to be addressed and what is the cup of tea that is available for information and communication technology in this field, especially for AI and ML. And then we'll also have a discussion on what is the social problem and when a problem basically arises. That we'll see. And we'll also have a discussion on some of the basic aspects of machine learning, because in today's session I think there is no introductory session on machine learning. So just for our continuity purpose, I will have a session. I will have one slide on what is the the life cycle of machine learning, and we'll move on to the applications, the general applications, and how can we narrow down towards the societal problems by adopting the technologies that are implemented for this domain. Then we'll have sample issues, and we'll also have a discussion on how teachers or how the members of the academic fraternity can contribute towards the mission of addressing the social problems. So that is the agenda for today's session. Right. So basically, when we say society, it refers to a group of cultured, and basically it refers to an environment where human beings and all other living organisms coexist. So in such an environment, when some unwanted thing happens, it will basically damage the well-being of others. So that is a place where basically a social problem occurs. So basically, social problem is any condition that has a negative impact for majority of the participants in an environment, and such a damage should be addressed carefully so that it will not recur again and it will not create further deviation in the future. So that is a place where the social problem comes into picture. That is a deviation from a marked line, and this deviation is disturbing the coexisting members of the environment or of the surrounding. So that is what we basically call as social problem, and it may be in many ways. Probably it may be environmental pollution, or it may be something related to or it may be something related to the water resource management or energy conservation or wildlife conservation or whatever it may be. Any adverse effect that has got a negative impact on the society, we call it as a social issue. And these are all some basics which I basically, as I said in the disclaimer part, I'm not a person into machine learning, so I used it for my reference, and I just thought the same can be shared over here, being the last but before session of today's slot. So as you are aware, machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence, where we make where we provide the computers to have the ability to learn on its own and improve upon experience. And for that, a pictorial representation is given, and which is already known to everyone, I believe. And with that belief, let me move on to the next part. So in order to address this social problems, let us see the possibilities of adopting machine learning process. Right. So in machine learning, these are all the aspects we have. Basically, we start with giving the purpose of the problem for which the machine learning process is going to take place. collecting the required data and preparing the data, exploration, creating a model, evaluating the model, and implementing the model for predictions. So this is the basic, cycle we follow, which is already known to every one of us. And let us see how this can be implemented for a social issue. Right. So, and as a part of the discussion, what we are going to learn is basically, when you think about automation, we basically talk about business process automation, and the same is applicable for machine learning also. So, whatever machine learning aspects that were developed in the beginning were to address the business domain. So, whenever such kind of things are happening for a business domain, obviously people with interest will think about the process of adopting the same for the society. So that is a place where AI and ML got applied for addressing the social issues also. And when I say addressing the social issue, mainly the initiative was taken by a group of people belonging either to the research community or attached to the corporate house. So what they have done and what they are currently doing, and what is the collaboration between the academic fraternity and what an academic fraternity can do in order to address the social issues with the help of machine learning, and some examples. So this is what we are going to discuss. Right. And when we think of machine learning applications, we basically apply it for the social media monitoring, or for customer support services, or in voice recognition and image recognition, and we use it for chatbots or virtual assistants, and we use it in the recommendation systems, and in marketing, and in medical diagnosis. So these are the various some of the important areas where we apply machine learning, and all these domains basically make use of prediction, diagnostics, and other experiential learning methods for implementing the things. And now we have to shift our focus in terms of using the successful models to address the social issues. So that is a place where a recent survey by Forbes has listed 15 challenges that AI could help to solve. And here, by the terminology AI, they refer to machine learning. And 15 social challenges are listed here, which are very much known to us. And what made me to concentrate on this is currently I'm, apart from teaching the core papers in computer applications, I'm also involved in teaching environmental science and human rights to the computer application students at the undergraduate level. See, we explore the opportunities of implementing ICT, and that made me to get into these 15 points, and then concentrating on sustainability development. So these are the common areas which are known to us, and already corporate houses have started their contribution to this particular challenges through their products and services, and that they are doing it as a part of their corporate social responsibility. Let us see one by one, and also we'll have a discussion on certain other aspects. And here, point number 6, bullying and hate speech. This is one of the social media research area in which many people have already contributed in terms of data mining. And in healthcare, the previous session was about healthcare. And then about agriculture, we have a lot of things that have happened. And epidemics and outbreaks, the COVID scenario, contact tracing you can think of, and how it is being done for food wastage management and agriculture. So these are all certain things that are very common. And as academic fraternity, how we can contribute towards this is the point of concern. Right. And how these are identified by means by a group of people who had a sense of responsibility that made them to do a literature survey, and based on that they were able to come out with this 15 points. Right, and these 15 points clearly indicate that whenever a technology or whenever a concept is deployed into the market, obviously it should be done with a social responsibility perspective so that it can be used for the society. So it is our responsibility to create models that will serve the society. And that can be done by not from the scratch. We can adopt the existing models that are already available for the commercial sectors. Either it may be a recommendation system, or it may be a demand forecasting system, or it may be the customer relationship management system, or even it may be the advertisement suggesting systems. Whatever it may be, it has got a core concept that can be correlated with the social problem that is supposed to be addressed. So that is a place where we need to have the sense of responsibility that will help us to address the problems. And when I say social responsibility, it is from the corporate side and also from the individual's side. And here we have a list of companies who have made their contribution and still continuing their contribution in terms of making ML available for the society. And they do it under the tag name AI ML for social good. And that is a place where whenever you think of AI ML for social good, obviously the first and foremost player who comes into our mind is Google AI. And already they have got a set of projects in which people have started contributing. And the three major areas are agriculture, wildlife conservation, and public health. And the project list is available in the first hyperlink that is given over there. And apart from Google, we have other companies also. Microsoft, they are into the vision system. And for medical diagnostics, that is for the oncology sector, Path AI, that company has got something. And IBM has got science for social good. And Intel has got a trial god concept, which is mainly for the environmental sector. And basically, what I have given here is just a sample. And apart from that, there are even, big companies or big corporate houses and even startups who are contributing towards the social issues in terms of social enterprise. So this is what made me to think about how this corporate social responsibility can be brought in as an individual social responsibility or an academician's social responsibility. Because we, the teachers, are basically, involved in a mission of building the nation. And when I say building the nation, we provide a set of resources who are skilled enough and who are, in the category of plug and play. So that when the corporate houses, observe them, they should have the enough skills and also a broad-mindedness to implement it not only for the commercial sector, but also for the society. So that is a place where this point came into my mind. So academic social responsibility is the one where whenever we think of academic social responsibility, the first and foremost thing that comes into our mind is outreach activities. Basically, we adopt a village, or we adopt a library, or we upgrade the road condition of a particular area, or we conduct medical camps and so on through different things. And some of them are NSS and Red Ribbon Club. And apart from that, there exists a lot of other clubs through which it can be done. And what made me to, think of this academic social responsibility here is the way in which we conducted a particular session on human rights for the undergraduate students over here, where we grouped the students according to the domain which they belong to. Computer applications people in one side, electronics and communication people in another side, bioscience people in another side. Like that, we categorized them, and even the business domain people in another side. And we asked them, like, as a business management graduate, or as a budding computer application professional, or as a prospering biotechnologist, how you will address the human rights issues. So they came out with some ideas, and certain ideas were very interesting, and that made me to list of the points here. Number one is identification of social issues, where we can have some pilot studies done by the students to know which area can be addressed from an ICT perspective, especially from an AI or ML perspective, and then checking whether AI and ML can be adopted over there or not. And if we have students who are, bit behind the technology that is needed for that, we need to upgrade their skills. So that is the other place where we can create people who can be in a plug and play mode, who can be immediately observed by companies who are working on social responsibility projects with regard to AI and ML, and enriching their knowledge through reviews and providing them an opportunity to create proof of concepts. And all these things will basically, help not only the students, but also the faculty like us to enrich our knowledge. And the same can be documented in terms of an article or in terms of a case study. As I said now, few of our, attempts with the group of students are coming out with case studies. And obviously it will definitely help us to aim for some funded projects, which will again, demonstrate that we as academicians have a responsibility to serve the society from the technology perspective. Making a computer stream student to go and clean the road or paint the walls of a library or clean the environment in a school is one aspect. And we have to move one step further in terms of making the people to contribute towards the technology part. And when we say technology, a computer application personnel or a computer application resource can collaborate with the corporate house and they can come out with some proof of concept. The same is the case for electronics domain also. They can come out with a device or they can enhance the device for pollution monitoring or the air sorry, excuse me. The pollutant level in the air, that can be done, and we can come out with some learning models and so on. So that is how certain things can be done. And in order to do all these things, basically we need some examples, and those examples are nothing but the demonstrated success stories of some of the companies in the current year, that is in 2022. And here I have listed such top 10 startups who are using artificial intelligence for addressing the social problems. And some of the problems are monetary benefit oriented, and certain things are non-monetary benefit oriented. And here I have a list of companies, and I'm not going to read the name of the companies. Instead, let me tell about their core areas. The first company, basically they are into healthcare, education and insurance by providing a virtual assistant like a chatbot they provide, and it is based on machine learning. And certain other companies they are into customer engagement, which can be again used for the civil supplies corporation. I mean the fair price shops can use the same. And the other thing is for the mental well-being of a person. The YCA company they are into the mental well-being, where they use the cognitive behavioral techniques. And apart from that, we have other companies who are into the reducing the food wastage, especially the perishable goods like tomato or any vegetable produce that needs to be this system basically acts as a recommendation system, which also suggests the shelf life of the items and the perishable time. And once the time is reached or before the lapse of the period, the system recommends it to the nearby food processing units or to the cold storage units where the things are being taken care of. And apart from that, there are other companies who are into energy management also. So these are all some samples that I'm giving to you in order to apply your thoughts so that we can adopt certain things for our research or for our teaching or for the group projects by the students. So basically this list kindled my thought in order to look into certain areas wherein we can have the process where we can have the possibility of recreating a model or coming out with a proof of concept as a part of the academic projects in the final year. And also once our students have the required skills through the placement cell, these companies can be approached for an internship opportunity, which can be subsequently transformed into a placement. And this is one classical example I would like to give you. When we think of social problems, agriculture sector is there, and you have the banking and finance sector, you have the environmental related issues, and then we have social justice, and also we have the safety of people. And that is a place where I would like to quote this example, Be Witness. This Be Witness is basically a mobile application that is recently developed. Some 2-3 years back it is developed, and it is still undergoing lot of revisions as a part of the enhancement mission. And this Be Witness application mainly acts as a empowering media for the public, especially for women and children, in order to know about their surroundings, and in order to report any crimes that are happening. And it is you can think of it as a alternative wearable devices, where wearable devices, we when a person falls down, probably an automatic SMS will be sent and so on. I like that. No, this system basically have a set of crime spots, and also it is having a SOS helpline through which the police personnel and even healthcare personnel can be informed about the adverse situation. And this particular Be Witness application is claiming that the 4 major aspects of sustainable development goals are taken care by this system, namely gender equality, reduced inequalities, sustainable cities and communities. As a part of smart city project, it is adopted in certain places. And again, the last one is place, justice and strong institutions. So these are all the things that are implemented or covered by this particular product by name Be Witness. It is by a startup company which is founded by a girl by name Miss Gayatri, who is a recent pass out from Anna University, Chennai. As a part of her final year project, she did a proof of concept, and later through funding and other modes, the system has been developed, and currently it is endorsed by different police departments, not only in Tamil Nadu but also in other places. And such a nice product is this one. And this product again, has got collaborative opportunities. And why I talk about this product is most of the implementation are done with AI algorithms. They're not gone deeply into machine learning. Deep learning and AI algorithms are used for decision making and recommendation methods. So this is one such example of an outcome of a socially responsible software professional or an academic institution. And this particular software platform has got other options also. When I say other options, anybody across the globe can download this application, and they can contribute it not only for the source code development, but also for volunteering aspects. When I say for volunteering aspects, the members can create the knowledge base, which is mainly a part of the data set that is needed for training the machine as a part of machine learning. So creation of hotspots or creating the categories for SOS helpline, and a lot of such kind of data set creation part is taken care by volunteers. So this is one of the classical tool which is currently available for the academic fraternity to inform our children, by name the students, who can download this application for their personal safety, and also they can reciprocate through being volunteers for this particular software. So this company, the Be Witness software, the company is basically operating from a place by name Kumbakonam, which is mainly known to many of you over here. So such a nice product, which is the brainchild of a recent graduate of Anna University, and it has received a lot of recognition and appreciation from the Public Administration Department of Tamil Nadu and also other states. So this is one of the standing example I would like to give as a part of how we, the teachers and students, can contribute towards addressing the social issues through AI and ML. And finally, to conclude, I'd like to say that it is the responsibility of every individual to address the social issues either directly or indirectly. And in order to do that, there exist a number of ways. Being a member of the ERP team, we were also, in a team that deployed certain applications for the societal well-being, like creating applications for NGOs or creating applications for the healthcare sector and other things. We did it as a voluntary one, and they are purely information systems which doesn't have any AI or ML concept. Now, that particular voluntary team has been, informed about the process of identifying the possibilities of incorporating AI and ML to the maximum possible extent. So that is one thing we need to think of. And the next thing is, whenever we analyze and understand the social issues, obviously we should be able to identify a similar project that is available in the corporate world and try to create some proof of concepts and use it for creating a bridge between the corporate house and the academic fraternity through collaboration, and using the same in order to create applications like BWitness or a lot of other applications that are available in the market or that are available in the common platform that are addressing the common issues of people. And again, one more example I would like to give here is about the blood donor management system. There exist a number of blood donor management systems, and currently, if I'm correct, a team in Chennai, they are working on the process of doing a recommendation part, where whenever a person is posting a requirement, obviously the list of eligible donors alone will come over here, and along with that list of eligible donors, they are also working on the AI/ML part in terms of identifying which person has recently donated and who is currently eligible and who is nearby and who can be approached through other social networks. So such a work is going on in a place in Chennai. So that is another one which I would like to give as a standing example for how our ICT domain, or in particular AI and ML, can address social problems, because we are all volunteers and we are all working for the mission of uplifting the society. And when I say uplifting the society, serving the society is serving God. So this is what I wanted to share in this 30 minutes timing that is given to me. And I hope I have covered the aspects what I plan to discuss with your with this learned gathering, wherein as I said, I just consolidated my thoughts from an information systems perspective or from an ICT perspective and from a learning environment perspective, and identified some of the areas where we as a team can collaborate and contribute for the society. And I've not covered any AI/ML algorithms because I'm not a specialist in that particular part. I've just covered the application areas. And as I said, this BWitness application can be downloaded from Play Store, and sorry, and people can start using it and also contribute for the same as volunteers. And as I said, solving social issues is the primary responsibility of every individual. And whenever we say we are solving social issues, we are going to serve the society, and serving society is serving God. And here are some of the references which I have used for my presentation. And with this, I come to an end of this session. And if anybody has got anything to be clarified, you can ask me.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir, for giving a clear explanation about what are the responsibilities that we have and what are the major problems that we are facing in the society. Really, thank you so much, sir. I request all the participants, if you have any queries, please ask.
So can we have
Maharasan,
your
sir.
PPTs, like it cover number of areas of research and all? If we can have your PPT.
Sure, Professor. I'll send it to the coordinator, and coordinator will forward it.
Because your PPTs were good and covered a lot of areas for research, which we can even suggest our students as well. So we just want to get that.
Yeah, basically it is a repository which we keep on updating, and it very main purpose is sharing. So as soon as the session is over, I'll send it to the coordinator, and the coordinator will forward to all the participants.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sir, I hope it is very much clear, sir, because you started with addressing the social problems and how they are going to be solved with machine learning techniques. You started with simple statements like introduction, discussions, and conclusion. These 3 points. But in these 3 points, you covered a lot, sir. That means how we are going to address the social problems, that social conditions, or the social problems, and the deviation from certain specific norms defined by the society. Then immediately you transfer to machine learning. What is the machine learning and what is artificial intelligence, and how we can use this in these problems what we already faced. And you mentioned the stepwise representations, like in step 1 we know how to do define the objective and data gathering, data preparation, like that. Stepwise you have represented everything in a clear manner. There you focused on 15 social challenges, that is wildlife conservation, conflict, and human bias. Like that, you have focused on 15 challenges that the artificial intelligence could help to solve. Really, now I came to know that why ma'am asked for your presentation, sir, because these set of social challenges, definitely it will be helpful for the researchers. I believe on that, sir. Okay, so then you focused on AI for Earth, how the machine learning incorporate social responsibilities that we have, and you already mentioned some of the repositories and academic social responsibilities you gave with NSS, RRC. In those areas, how we are going to be focused, and really it is very useful that what are the top 10 Indian startups using AI for the social good in 2022, sir. Really, this one is also very much useful for the people who are going to work in their research or the startups. Really, it will be helpful, sir. And one more thing is, really, I'm attracted for this device, that is B Witness. So you already mentioned it is useful for all the categories, like yes, sir, like children, women, elders, and mainly you are focusing on safety. And finally, you came with that you can contribute something to them. So that is really nice, sir. You explained each and everything, how this app is going to be implemented and the contribution. And you gave several references. What are the references that you took for
volunteering team? So
yes, sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Be a volunteer. Serving society is serving God. The statement really heart touching, sir. The conclusion is very much heart touching. Really, it is a very useful session, and all our participants are very much attracted for your content, what you placed in your each and every slide, sir. Really, thank you so much, sir, for sharing your valuable knowledge, because in the last you have mentioned the knowledge is to share. That the statement what you have given, the repositories what you have is to share. Really, it is mesmerizing, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. So the Department of CSC, Sri Vishnu Engineering College for Women, Bhimavaram, from the bottom of our hearts, we're thankful to you, sir, because despite of your busy schedule in this odd time, you gave your valuable time to share your knowledge to all our participants. Sir. Really, it is very, very useful session for all our participants. Thank you so much for being a part of this, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. And again, I thank the management of Vishnu Group of Institutions, the organizers, and all the participants for giving me this opportunity and for your patience listening and asking me questions, and also encouraging me to share my slides. And finally, the concluding note, it actually has motivated me more towards contributing more towards the topic on which I made a presentation. And as I said, I'm basically a beginner for, I'm no way connected to the machine learning implementation part. Being a practitioner of ERP systems, I just explored the avenues and I consolidated and presented it. And if it is taken forward by the researchers for implementation, that will be the greatest achievement of this faculty development program. Thank you very much.
Definitely, sir. It will be definitely useful because the content what you have in each slide is very much useful. It has a broad expansion for their research, sir. Definitely, it is useful for them.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, sir. Sir, feedback form, sir.
We'll share in the WhatsApp
Yes, sir.
group.
Feedback form we have not got.
We'll share in the WhatsApp group, ma'am. While the last session complete, then we'll send it, ma'am, soon.